Welcome back to Grand Theft Auto 5. This is part 6 of the Cluckin heist. Now, how these people react depends on how you did on the last part. If you were loud and forgot to erase the camera footage or forgot to take out all the witnesses in time, then you're going to be in a bit of a pickle here. They will fully expect you on the train, and then you're going to have to take the loud approach. Now, the downside to the loud approach is that basically you're going to have people harassing you constantly. Even after you eliminate everyone in the warehouse, people will still spawn and bother you. So the stealthier, the better. You definitely don't want to be caught, but if so, hey, you can definitely make it work. So basically what we have to do is get through this facility, and all you have to do is steal the cocaine, eliminate the people, then after that you have to locate a pair of keys, which will highlight on your map. Then you have to go into an office, hack a computer, use your hacking device, go to 3 different other computers in this warehouse, and then you're able to acquire a code to open the safe, and then you can get the heck out of here. But for now, just go about your way, fighting your way down the hallway. It's really not that bad. These guys aren't super equipped. Now, mind you, the weapons you have depend on the choices you made in the past, right? What equipment and whatnot you chose to do in the previous parts. But for the most part, you should be okay. And as always, don't forget that you can always equip body armor or eat food to restore your health if you end up in a pickle, because these guys are going to be coming at you relentlessly. There's 2 different rooms where you have to go into to steal the cocaine. One will be in a little blue door at the end of the hallway here, as you can see, and the other one's more of a garage style door. And that's why we have the key card, because you need the key card to access it, which is acquired in the last part of the heist, and then you're good to go. But for the most part, as long as you hug cover and just keep an eye on your radar, unlike most Call of Duty players, you're good to go. Just keep an eye on it, and honestly, you'll see them coming. They have their little beams, their little cone of vision, what they can see and cannot see. This room right here is the first cocaine room that you need to get into now. Unfortunately, I opened the doors while doing this. Thankfully, while you're in animation, they don't engage you, which is quite nice. But just make sure that you get rid of them first. It makes your life so much easier. Whether you do get rid of them or not, I suppose, doesn't really matter, because once you interact with the door, you're safe. Now, the crappy thing is, because we've gone loud, the people downstairs will be expecting us, and the same thing goes for the other cocaine room. Now, in this case, Buddy knows we're here, but if we had taken the quiet approach and used a suppressed weapon and taken them out in the last part, then they wouldn't know we were coming. Or, if we didn't manage to mess it up, then they still wouldn't know we were coming. But in this case, they sure do. That is the only armed guy in the room. I figured better safe than sorry. Now, the thing is, they have more than weapons, Sometimes these guys will have knives and charge at you. So just go ahead and steal all the cocaine in this room, and then we can move on to the next objective. So once you have all the cocaine out of the room here, you're good to go on to the next part. This is room number 1 of 2 that we have to loot. The other one just has a couple boxes in it, so go ahead and make your way up the stairs and exit the room. Now, mind you, there's still going to be hostiles, of course, because we've gone loud instead of quiet. If we had gone quiet, it wouldn't be so bad, but sometimes they hit you with these BS spawns, and they'll be right in your business, basically. So make sure you keep an eye on your health bar and your body armor as well, which again, if you hold select, you can open the interaction menu and restore your health as well. So it makes things easier whether you eat snacks or drink or whatever. I find the faster that you spam the A button, the better, because then you'll be able to consume the snacks a lot faster instead of just doing one at a time. Also, make sure not to miss anybody, ideally, because they will follow up behind eventually, but for now you don't have to worry about it. Now, the room that we're about to enter here is also the one that contains keys, usually. They'll be in a few different places, but they will highlight on your map for the most part. So for now, go ahead and heal up if you need to. Just spam the A button, that way you don't get locked in the animation of eating one thing, because then you're a lot slower and you're still a target, and you can still die, right? So you want to make the right choice there. But basically, eliminate these guys. Sometimes the keys will spawn on that little desk there with the box. But yeah, take out these guys and then continue to move forward. We're getting a lot closer to the office. Now, the beauty of it is, if you reach the office without finding the keys, they'll be highlighted on your map and you'll be good to go. Don't forget to use your key card on this door and get the second stash of coke, ideally. Otherwise, you're going to have to backtrack. Meanwhile, enemies will be spawning if you chose the loud approach, which is a pain in the butt, but that's okay. Now, in this room, there's going to be 2 hostiles as well, one on the left and one on the right. I was a little confused here. I was like, what am I supposed to do? But I forgot that I already used the key cards. That's my bad. But once you're in, there's 4 boxes that you're gonna have to loot, and there will be cocaine in 2 out of the 4 of them. So go ahead and get rid of the 2 guards that are in the way. They're just a pain, you know, nothing crazy. It's nice that you can just knock them over if you shoot them a few times, eliminate that shooter, and then get on to the next one. The blind firing here, ISIS style, is kind of annoying, but hey, whatever works. So now go ahead and loot these 4 boxes and you're good to go. Once you find the cocaine, they will be in 2 out of the 4 boxes. Then you only have to loot the safe as the last thing, basically, before we can get the heck out of here. So for now, just loot the boxes and then we can continue on to the next objective. To have successfully finished looting in here, go ahead and make your way back to the garage because we have some unfinished business in the warehouse here. Again, keep an eye on your mini-map because people will spawn behind you, in front of you, and all that fun stuff. We have to make our way to the office still so that we can continue onwards. Now, these guys aren't anything crazy. Also interesting, you can't blow up the fire extinguishers, but hey, what can you do? So basically eliminate these guys in like the meat, I guess you'd call this like the meat plant or meat packing plant, whatever. These computers here are what you have to hack with the hacking device. Basically, once you do reach the office, you have the keys and you get inside. You're then going to have the hacking device, to which you're going to have to use it on 3 of the computers in here. It's really easy to use and to understand. Basically, it's going to be in the same slot as your pistol is. Oh, hey, speaking of, there's the office keys. They spawned right there in this case. So pick those up, that way you don't have to backtrack later. If you have to backtrack, it's really not a big deal. Just keep in mind that 2 enemies will typically respawn and harass you. Example A, like there was no one behind me before, but then there is. Now we're real close to the office here. Once you make your way through this little warehouse type style, pre-firing is not a bad idea because again, it knocks them over and you don't have to worry about them. So once you get rid of these guys, the office is straight ahead. Get inside after you eliminate the enemies here. There we go. Then all you have to do is basically go in the door, which again, spawning behind, super annoying. Get into the office, you have to hack the computer, which is on your right when you enter. Here's the safe that we're gonna have to get into after. So basically hack the computer here, don't worry. If any enemies do creep up on you, they will not engage you. They will sit there and point straight through the window and engage and get ready to engage you, but they won't. So just keep that in mind because they'll be ready to go. Now, once you've done that, hold out the hacking device and all you have to do is follow the signal. When you look in the direction of it, it will fill up the bars. There's 3 different computers that we're going to have to get access to, and each computer will basically give us a different code. We need 3 of the numbers, right, to access the safe. So 3 computers, 3 different codes, and it will be a series of numbers from 0 to 99, which after you finish, you will then have to use to open the safe. So for now, go ahead and use it, and you'll see that it will get bigger and bigger or smaller depending on the direction you're looking in. But also because we chose the loud approach, we have to worry about being harassed constantly. So the quiet approach is a lot better. If you did the quiet part in the last part of the heist, which is where you go into the warehouse, you sabotage the trucks, you go into the office, erase the CCTV footage, you eliminate all the witnesses, ideally with a suppressed weapon. I mean, you can go loud, as long as you take them out in time, you're still okay. But, you know, obviously the stealthier the better. In this case, I managed to frig it right up, but better safe than sorry, so it's okay. You know, just make sure that you don't have anyone interrupting you while you have that weapon, or sorry, the hack tool out. And then you're good to go. So find the computer that it corresponds to. When you look in the direction, the bar will get larger and larger, or red if you're in the wrong area. So just make your way to the correct computer 3 different times to get 3 different numbers, and then you're good to go. So in this case, oh, here we go, more people in. It's so annoying if you choose the loud approach because you have to constantly be aware of your map, and there's always going to be a guy or 2 that spawn right in your way. So continue using the hack tool in between. You know, every time you hack a computer, just double check your back and your front and make sure you're good. Some enemies will take a while to run to your location, but now we have 2 out of the 3 numbers. So, you know, just go ahead and make your way. Here we go. Oh, my correction. Yeah, here we go. I'm just stupid. Okay. I see how it is. I forgot one number. That's all right. Totally fine. Get rid of that guy. Here we go. Did I get all 3 or did I get 2? I don't recall. Oh, okay. We got all 3. Okay. So basically, once you do get all 3, you're going to have a code pop up, which you have to look at, right? So make sure that you get all 3 numbers. Just go ahead and cycle up or down to get to the correct number corresponding. Maybe say the number out loud to yourself a few times so that you don't forget. I have managed to frig up the code a few times, but once you do eventually get into the safe, it's now time to get the heck out of here. We looted the coke in the first room, we looted the coke in the second room, We got to the computers and got the code. We got the key for the office. Maybe take this opportunity to heal up or whatever you have to do. And again, you know, I wasn't pressing A fast enough, so I got caught in that animation nonsense. The second you shoot this door open, you are in for it. Let me tell you, there's going to be cops and cartel members everywhere, which is why the stealth approach is so much better. You can pick them off as you go. Now in this case, we have 3 stars. Sometimes you'll have 4, but basically you have to fight your way to the getaway vehicle, which we had stashed previously. And then once you're in the getaway vehicle, we have quite a chase to get on. You're going to have cartel on your butt. You're going to have the police on you at the same time, helicopters, all that fun stuff. Now in this case, this was one of my first time doing it, so there isn't as many enemies around, which is great. But I have done it a good probably 10 plus times now at this point, recording this part of the video here. And honestly, it just gets harder and harder. There's more people, they're on you way more, they're more aggressive. They're just like, if you miss one headshot on a guy, they're on you like shit to a stick. It's ridiculous. So now you got to get in the car, make your way out of the garage, and make a grand escape. We got 4 stars. I do believe if you do the stealthy approach, you only have 3. What I recommend for the getaway portion is to stick on the railroad tracks for as long as possible, because you'll avoid a bunch of the police and the cartel, and you won't be harassed as much. And you're going to basically follow this until you reach the windmill farm, or, you know, like whatever kind of farm has like the wind energy turbines or whatever they're called. Follow the train track all the way to the wind farm, and then you're able to lose the wanted level a lot easier because there's less roads and the police will not be able to find you as easily. So simply follow the train tracks as long as you can. So now that you've reached the solar farm here, this little wind farm, turbine farm, whatever you want to call it, it is the prime time to lose your stars. Now, if you're not reckless and stupid like I am, it makes things a lot easier. Basically, while you're here, just do your best to avoid main roads. Always extend your map by pressing down on the D-pad 2 times, or whatever it is for you on PC, PS5, whatever, because then you're able to see where the police are coming from, the direction they're looking, and the cone that they can view, like their viewing cone, you know what I mean? So make sure you keep an eye on that, and basically while you're here, it's a huge opportunity to gain some distance, as well as get them off of you. Occasionally a helicopter will spawn and will, you know, come in your direction, so you kind of have to be mindful at all times. But once the stars are gone, all you have to do is deliver the vehicle, and it becomes a world of difference, like super easy. If you choose the stealth approach especially, like they're so less on you, and it makes it so much easier simply to deliver the vehicle to the spot, and you're good to go, because now that you have the cops off you, the cartel seems to not harass you either, which is interesting. It's kind of weird. You'd think that they still would be looking too, especially given they know the exact vehicle that you stole in the previous setup. But typically by the time you reach this point, like if you took the windmill farm and then continue right here where you meet these 2 little barricades to the next road, by now you should have the police off your back as well as the cartel. Make your way, follow the road, park your car in the place that you have been for the last few setups, and you're good to go. You got 500 grand in your pocket. Honestly, it's not that hard, but the stealthier the better. So I recommend that you definitely take your time. Slow and steady wins the race, like the rabbit and the hare. Don't be reckless like this. It makes it so much harder, especially if you don't have another team life. It's super doable, like as a solo, like super realistic. I personally just got the Kotsaka submarine myself. You know, I got a nightclub, I got a clubhouse, I got one of the like high-end apartments. So you unlock the assistant when you have the high-end apartment. It's like the Maze Bank executive, I believe, option. They're like $1 million or whatever for one of the apartments, which is kind of lame because you already have one. But hey, whatever works. And the assistant is nice too, because they can get your car out of impound and stuff, so it saves you the hassle of having to go there and all that. But yeah, make your way to the end, and basically the first few times you do it, you'll have a cutscene where the cops will come and take your load and whatnot. Pause. But when you get in here, basically you get a little cutscene. They'll take all the cocaine and everything, and then you'll get paid. Now be careful, because once you get paid, you load into a normal lobby. If you're not in an invite-only session, and players can kill you. If you're holding more than 5,000 cash, they can steal it from you. So the second you load in, make sure you go into passive mode and deposit that cash, because some people do wait where you spawn out of from the Cluckin heist, and they will murder you. Then just like that, Cluckin heist is passed. You get 500 grand, you get some RP. I still don't know what job points are for, or what they what do they represent? What are they even for? I don't quite understand. But basically after a little cutscene, you know, it will change the first few times you do it. It'll be a cop in a cop car, and then it'll be this guy that meets you every single time. The dialogue will change. And then you're good to go. You're gonna load in, you're gonna be a little area where there's like movie prop guys and people around. And then, yeah, you got your cash deposited into your maze bank immediately, so you don't have any threat of losing it. And yeah, do that 3, 4, 5 times, whatever. You can get the Kosaka submarine. You can also get the Kurama armored car. That way it makes things a lot easier. Like, honestly, if you're new, get the Kurama, because the armored car, it's like 400,000 to 600,000, I think. And basically it makes your car pretty much bulletproof, so it makes this heist a million times easier. And then you're good to go into the Kosaka, do the Doomsday heist, and make a ton of money. You will spawn here every time. Make sure to put your cash away real fast, go into passive mode, and then you can do it again and again, once an hour, I think, or something like that, and then you're good to go. I hope this is helpful, and I'll see you in the next GTA video.